E ora facciamo questa breve intervista al professor Yves Lachapelle, Università del Quebec, esperto di tecnologie nel campo delle persone con disabilità intellettive ed evolutive ed autismo. Hi Yves, welcome. Thank you very much for accepting you to answer to our two or three questions.
Really my pleasure. A pleasure to be here.
The first question is, what's your position? What do you think about the perspective of quality of life and self-determination for people with autism during life cycles?
Okay, excellent question. I have to say that in the beginning of my career, my first work were more oriented toward quality of life. And very soon I learned that if you want to increase quality of life, you need to put much effort on increasing as well, or at the very same time, the self-determination level of persons with disabilities. And the reason for that is, for the last decade, it has become really obvious for us that we have to change our mindset. There's a need and a call for a change of attitudes, meaning that we cannot, or we should not longer, no more longer think of ourselves as being the only experts. We are experts, but we have to do things with the person. We have to make sure that persons are part of the entire process. And in order to make that, we need to make sure that persons with disabilities are empowered, that we can help them increase their communication abilities or capacities, and every other skills that they need to be increased in order for them to exert control of that situation, or exert some part of control and being part of the process. So one of the core components of quality of life being self-determination, it has become the main interest in my research, and I've made sure that we implement in Quebec the self-determination construct, quality of life construct, and then translate some tools. And most recently, we've been working on developing some kind of technologies to support persons with disabilities, to make them more self-determined and enhance and try. Well, hopefully, it's going to increase or give them a life of a better quality.
Oh, thank you very much. The second question, Milan, you know that Milan is a big city in Italy, and it is recognized as a smart city because internet and technology is considered very important, as it is in the homes of of people and in their everyday life. Do you think that technology may be a great opportunity for people with autism? Do you think that family and persons with autism may receive an advantage by using new technologies in the field?
Okay. Well, perhaps I'm biased, but of course I don't think it could. I think it does. So from our little experience, technology, when it is used smartly, when it is oriented toward what we call now the self-determination support technologies, meaning I truly believe that any kind of technologies can be either easily adapted or created. It's only it's the objective, or I would say our challenge, our common challenge is really to make sure that whatever technologies we develop or we put together or use, we use it in a quality of life and self-determination perspective. I'm going to give you an example. You can build or use some technologies that would barely do things for persons. So there's no need for them to learn or to be able to do the things. They just use the technology and it does the entire thing for them. That is not a self-determination or quality of life good example of technology. But whenever you build a technology like, we build a little application called Marty. And Marty is a task achievement assistant. But Marty needs to be used in such a way that the person will be able to get his or her own assistant that will tell her or show her how to do things. So it becomes your own personal assistant, but you are the one who choose and decide to use that technology to make yourself more self-determined and enhance your quality of life. So it has tremendous potential. It's just a matter of course, it costs a lot.